Howdy folks, it's RJ Helms back with more Capitalism Lab. So we are still on our first scenario, but gunning towards the final goal, and the only thing left to do, like we started in the last episode, is dominance of the leather goods industry. And that's going to be a much harder climb than the goal of becoming the dominant company in the apparel sector, which we did in under 10 years. I think it was about 8 in-game years, so that was very easy. And the reason for that is because there is a company that is very much entrenched in that industry. If I go to my dominance report, I can see that with just one, so I've built one factory producing each of these goods, and I have one store only in Paris. So the next obvious thing to do is to expand my retail operation into every city in the game. But even doing that, there's one company that is just hugely dominant in that industry. You can see here, it's especially 93% dominance in the leather wallet product. And that company is Stars Radiate. You can see here, they have, they're dominant in everything, with a majority share in 2 of the 3, or 3 of the 4 goods. And the biggest thing that's going to be in my way of dominating them is their technology. They've got a corporate brand strategy and a high corporate brand rating in every town, but I mean, that's not impossible if I look at myself. I mean, my brand loyalty is low because the quality of my goods is low, but I have no trouble getting a pretty good brand position. That's something that will just happen with time. The challenge is the technology. So in the goods that I am dominant in, you can see my rating is 116, 112 in jeans, 116 in leather jacket. That's all well and good. But in the ones that I am trying to get into, the leather goods, I've got a rating of 9, and I'm competing against some very high top technology. So for leather wallet, for example, I have a rating of 9 against a top quality of 207. And for the purpose of technology, or purpose of production, your technological rating is your current tech over the top tech. So for leather wallets, for example, I am 9 out of 207. So if we look at the leather wallet, production technology is 50% of the quality of my goods. And to get that 50, I would have to have a technology of 207. So I'm only getting 4 production technology points for my production of leather wallets, and that's going to cap my quality no matter how good my raw materials are, which in this case is just leather, and my leather's not terrible. Quality 43, and it's improving because I'm training all the units. It's the production technology, so this leather wallet technology, which I'm going to have 51 once I finish this research, that's still not really going to be good enough because I've got to get up into the hundreds. And if we look at the firm, I can see that they are also researching that, and they are going to get, they've done 3 years of research, so they're actually going to be at 420 once this research takes over in about a year and a half. I don't know why the technology says leather wallet 278 when the top technology is 207. That could be because they're not using that technology in any of their units. Or it's a bug. But I've got to much more aggressively start researching these goods. And so what I was thinking of doing is, once this R&D finishes, rather than having just 3 units for each of these goods, I'm actually going to switch to having a full R&D center devoted to each of those leather goods. So just as these finish, just kind of stop the R&D until the place is empty, and take these 2 and then 2 more that I'm going to build and have them still, I think, on the 2-year cycle. I think that's the best compromise. I mean, longer R&D means you get a higher return in terms of technology on the time that you've spent and the money you've put into it. But I need to move quickly, so there's a balancing act. I don't want to wait, for example, 10 years, and then in 10 years find out that my technology is not good enough to dominate the industry. So I've just got to, for that case, wait till I start getting the notifications that R&D is done and move them over to new, more better firms. But until we get there, let's look at adding new retail stores in our other 3 cities. So I've got a leather goods store in Paris. Here it is. It's almost profitable, which is fine. I don't mind making a loss on these goods when I'm just staking out my claim. Let's just move on to the other cities. So here is Miami. I will build a leather store, find a place which I can tuck this in that has a good consumer traffic index. 75, that's great. So go me, all cities, and I've just got the 4 goods. Link up an advertising firm. This is going to be the radio station. And let's try to position these prices. Okay, so here, the rating to beat is 87. That's not going to be possible. So let's just make sure we're the cheapest. 18 bucks. Oh, fine. $17.95, barely making a profit. Leather bag. Okay, I already am the cheapest, but the goal here is to beat 62. That might be possible. Oh, it is. Great. Leather briefcase. I want to beat 68 as well. I mean, some of these things just sell for so much that just by being really, really cheap, you can be competitive, even though there's no profit to be made in it. The goal with my entry in the leather goods market is not to be profitable for now. It is just to be on the market. So there we go. I'll come back to that in a moment. My research of leather bag is complete. Okay, so let's pause here, terminate that R&D, because I don't want that to continue in this factory, or in that R&D center. I'll build a new R&D center. Use the pattern that is just all 8 on one thing. And that was leather bag, right? Yes. And for 2 years, and I'm going to crank my training on all these ones that are making leather goods up to full. All right, so those will start ticking through. Now I've got to build there's leather belt. Exactly. So you can be terminated, and I need to build a new R&D center. Pause the game. So your leather belt for 2 years. That's leather briefcase. So just relink this up. So I've got the one in the center is the dominant one. You will be leather briefcase. Oh. The briefcase, so all the firms are connected. Okay, and 87, so I'm gonna do just fine. And once these guys tick over, I am going to make this the leather wallet. And that'll be perfect. So anyways, back to this. If I look at in this city, I only have one firm. That'll be my apparel store. So I need to build a leather store in this city. 96. Wow. 99. I can build there. Wonderful. Hook up my goods as you do. Hook up the advertising unit. Link the best firm, which is the TV station. And once these goods get in here, we'll... Oh, and that is going to be leather wallet. I'm just going to terminate that. I've got to wait for these guys to finish so I can turn that unit over. Okay, and as these goods start to come in, there they are. So for leather bag, I need to beat 80, or be the cheapest. Can I make it to 80? I can make it to 70. Okay. I'm going to pause to finish this, and then we'll deal with that R&D unit. Okay, 52 is the one to beat here. I should be able to do that. Indeed. Briefcase, 96. That I don't think is going to be possible, but... there we go. I can hit 69 with a small margin. And finally, the leather belt. 94 is the rating to beat. Again, not going to happen, but I can get a good rating. I can't even be the cheapest here to profit, can I? 1588. I'm not going to be able to sell mine for 1588. Oh, my good's better than that, so that'll be fine if I get down into, I'll say, 18 bucks and change. Okay. So you took up Warsaw still, but let's go deal with this R&D center first. I believe that's this one. Yes, it is. So terminate, terminate. Not like that, like that. That and like that, and you can research leather wallet for 2 years. Oh, I missed one once again. Leather wallet. Okay, 121. So, especially as these units rise in quality or in rating, I might do okay. I'll still probably have to be pretty price competitive, but that's not a problem. Okay, and then finally, as far as the getting everything in here, this town is still crazy with the IQ firm. If I turn off just reviewing my firms and look at the minimap here, they are totally dominating the town. That is crazy. But we knew that. Okay, so need to find a place to squeak in a leather goods store here. It is more and more difficult. Oh, 45. 51, that's not bad. 57, that's really good actually. Okay, yeah, 57. And we know the drill. All the leather goods. Link them up to an advertiser. The newspaper publisher, and let's get our prices staked out. And their quality is only 43. They've gotten complacent in this market. That makes this pretty easy. Not so much for this one. Okay, so their quality is 100. I can get 75. That's fine. Leather wallet, they are only at quality 29. They're just charging way too much money. Oh, let's see if they deal with some real competition. And finally, the leather briefcase. I have to beat 74. Still do at a profit, if just barely. Okay, very cool. Alright, so where do I want to go next with this? Still doing well on all my goals. Let's see how my dominance is doing if I have to start worrying about the apparel. Oh, that's not me, I almost had a heart attack there. No, I'm pretty solidly cemented. Let's just go back to the beginning and do another tour through our firms. Alright, so I'm just trying to hit as much demand as I can. Oh, right, one thing I want to do. That's what I want to do next. I never actually switched to having 2 jeans manufacturers, did I? If I go firm, factory, product, jeans, there's only one. So let's do that next. Build another factory that makes jeans. Buying textiles from the seaport, that's fine. I trust its decision. And then go build a warehouse. This is jeans warehouse. With an input unit, storage unit, output unit. Only for me. Jeans 1, jeans 2. Switch my other factory to internal sale if it's not already. Where is that other factory? There you are. Yep, so you'll be on internal sale. And now I want to go to my retail stores. First one I can find that's not a leather store. And do the same bulk switch thing. So, warehouse only, jeans, batch switch, and all retail stores. Switching 5 firms. Perfect. That's what I wanted to do. Wonderful. Okay, so now let's do the tour through all my firms. So in Paris, I'm seeing here, my sales units are all hammered by... Yes, the cost of my sales units, not of my purchasing units. That is limiting things here, so I will want another retail store in Paris. In Miami, it is just about the same thing except for sweaters. Someone's trying to play me. So I want another apparel store in Miami. Other bags, blazer. Soul blacked out, $39 million stolen from stores. Ouch. Oh, but it affected everyone. This is Seoul. Same thing, I'm going to want another apparel store. Warsaw. Same thing, for everything but sweaters, I'm going to want another apparel store. No point in selling jeans at a loss. That's silly. And this is the second store in apparel store in Paris, but it's the same thing going on here. Wool farm with no wool in it. But it is profitable, that's great. I want to bring this price down. Blazers. Sweater, price way down. Other blazer factories, price can come down. Okay, so cotton farm is making quality 40 cotton. It's profitable, don't worry about it. And now into our leather goods stores. And I think I might wrap up this episode after this pass of it. So here I am over demand for everything and making a nice tidy loss. Let's just look. So I am same thing. The problem is that my sales units can't keep up with the demand, so I need training in the store. I'm starting to get a brand rating. My quality of everything has gone up because my first R&D came out. So let's just raise some prices. This is my new jeans factory. Gonna bring the price down. This is my warehouse, sorry, but that price can come down. It's starting to have some storage, so that's great. This is my other wool farm. Its price can come down. This is my wool warehouse. Doing just fine, got plenty of storage, that's great, that's exactly what I wanted to accomplish. Here's another leather farm. Making quality 39 leather. Sure. 51 leather. Sure. R&D, R&D. I'm okay with making a loss and all this, like I said. Okay, here we are again at another... this is the Paris leather goods store. It's about profitable, which is wonderful. This does have the training on it. I'm not advertising my leather briefcases, so I might as well do that. And let's just try to raise some prices here to meet demand. Because like some of the advice that I got on one of the comments, there's no point in going into a price war if you don't have the ammunition to back it up. And one of the things I don't have to back it up, as you can see here, is the actual capacity to push things through these sales units. I'll bring the price of my leather belts down a little bit, why not? On another leather farm. Yeah, your price can come down as well. Leather bags. No, I can't bring the price down because I'm not selling them at an out-and-out loss. Okay, and then this is Warsaw. So I am constrained by sales for everything except leather belts. Okay. That's cool. Let's look at what's happening with leather belts. It is because... well, it's because there's a lot of competition here. That's kind of what I knew about. Okay. I'll bring that price down a little bit. Yes, it's because I'm not actually the cheapest. That's the competition. That's my problem. So I'll just lower my price enough to be the very cheapest. Moving along. This is another R&D center doing its thing. Okay, and then this is Seoul. I did get the training war, so yes. So in Seoul, same thing, I'm going to want training because I am being pinned by my sales units. Once again, for everything except leather belts. What's going on here? It's same thing. Someone's selling them for 15 bucks, where I'm selling mine for 17 bucks, making them have a higher rating. I'm not the cheapest on the market, so let's try to get to be the cheapest on the market. This is a crowded market, as you can see here. Okay, so I'll bring my price down. All right, that's fine. And then here's my new jeans factory. And that's that tour done. Okay, so I think this is a good place to end the episode. We did see a couple things we can do. One thing I did just notice, I lost dominance of the apparel industry. And why did that happen? It's because someone pushed me out of dominance of the sweater market, and that's probably Hexaturn Rotor. Yes, it is. They were really pushing that. Okay, so in the next episode, we've got to get that back and a couple other things. So to get that back, we know what we have to do. We've got the manufacturing capacity. I'm pretty sure we've got the quality. Let's look at one of my apparel stores. Where is that? Okay, let's just see. Going to an apparel store in this city. Yeah, so my goods are better. My goods are a higher brand, which is the very important thing for sweaters. So what I'm really missing out is that I only have 2 stores selling, and they have a lot, and their things are selling huge quantities. So they've just really aggressively played at getting in the market. You can see this store is selling 34,000 a month-ish. My stores are selling 10,000. So we already know what we need to do. Like I said, it's get the, play the pricing game, beat them on quality, but also get the, I've got the ammunition, so get into the price war, but have the retail stores. I need another retail store selling apparel in every city in the game, and that should put me back on top. They're all maximum training, but a lot of them have leveled out. They're all at level 9, so that's the most quantity I can see. I'm actually really curious. Can I see their stores? Go to this store. Yeah, so they have two level 9 units selling sweaters. I have one level 9 unit selling sweaters. That's a department store that can do higher volume. So, yeah, more apparel stores in every city to get me back on top of dominance. That should be all that's required. I think between my training and my supply lines, my fundamentals are totally fine. So that'll be the thing we do there. And keep pushing really hard for dominance of the leather goods sector. And let's see where we are for that. No, I keep looking at other companies. It's me. So I'm up into the double digits. This is doable. Victory's in sight. We're just got to make sure that we keep getting our quality up on the leather goods. My leather quality keeps rising. It's 54 now out of the warehouse, which is beautiful. And just keep up the press on the retail game. I've got tons of manufacturing capacity. We know how to boost that with new factories if we have to. So yeah, keep that push on. Push for the apparel goods, like I said, to regain dominance in sweaters and maintain everything else, which we are perfectly positioned to do. And with any luck, in the next episode or two, we'll actually win this scenario. So we'll pick up with that in the next episode. Until then, this has been Capitalism Lab. I've been RJ Helms. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please keep the feedback coming. Leave your comments below with any thoughts that you have about what I could do better, what I'm doing well, anything else you'd like to see, either in this series or as in another series. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. And I'll see you next time. Thanks so much.